Hey guys, Artosis here with another CasterMuse Narak Star League game. We have in the top left the CMSL champion Free. Fantastic Protoss player. Definitely one of the favorites of the tournament, I would say. And in the bottom right, we have Killer. Definitely an underrated Zerg. We've seen some great PvZ turtling from him so far. We'll see if he can pull up another one here against Free. Now, the map is Polaris Rhapsody. Kind of a crazy map. It's a very strange two-player map. Basically, for a third base, there's like a lot of different options, and I'm not really sure what's what. Like, for Protoss, your third base is going to be a mineral base that's over here. You're going to kind of walk over this way up a ramp, and there's a mineral base. That's kind of like what we always see. For Zerg, though, there's a lot of options, right? Here's the natural. You can do that mineral base here. There's a double gas base down here in the corner that has two entrances that you can take. And there's also this single gas base over here. And that one is, like, very easy to defend because it's got a tight choke going into it, but very far away, right? So there's, like, definitely ups and downs to every location and every base that you can end up taking. I guess we'll just see which way Killer wants to go, because I don't even have a good way for predicting which one will be taken. Just the players all play it so differently. Everyone's got their own style on this map for Zerg versus Protoss. Now, Free going to be opening up here with a gateway expansion. Going to keep some Zealot pressure on as the probe comes down and sees hatch first. We should be seeing at least a couple Zealots made before his Nexus, I would say. Comes in, starts harassing immediately with this probe, causing just a little bit of lost mining time. Obviously, if you get some damage on drone, maybe somehow you get the kill later on. Wow, he actually put a ton of damage on this drone. Look at that, only 10 health left. Now, doing a little bit of mineral harassment here as well. There's the spawning pool, not quite halfway done right now. Zealot going to be popping. There's that second one, as anticipated, being produced. Zealot coming down across the map. Here comes the drone. Now we get to see where he wants to take his third base. Okay, so he's not going to take it over here like I was mentioning. Will it be the mineral base? He saw Zealot coming, so I think so. If you go to the bottom left, that might be too far. And that might be what he's basing this choice off of as well. If it's like he doesn't see a Zealot coming up, if it's a Forge expansion, maybe that's a situation where he thinks he can get away with a double gas over here. Okay, so, oh, come on. Let's see it. There we go. This probe's still alive at full health, regenerating those shields, and here comes the Zealot looking for that third base, and he will find it exactly where he thought. Kind of interesting. Turns around immediately, maybe just to meet up with another Zealot. Plenty of lings being made. Now, 2 Zealots and a probe can definitely be microed against 6 lings to a great degree. So he's going to have to make more than that. A couple more lings on the way. Probe still kind of juking and jiving around. Not sure where he's going to go with that, if he's going to meet up with those Zealots or not. Looks like one Zealot has turned around. Here are the other 2. Yeah, so that's all going to come back and act defensively. See the Forge go up. Here, oh! Just in time, Free gets his Zealots into the perfect position. This can be a little bit worrisome, but look, now he hits with the 2 Zealots on the third base. That might not be good for him. 6 lings are not going to do very much against those 2 Zealots. Now, look, these lings are waiting to run in if those Zealots move out of position, but they must to stop the gateway from dying, right? But now these ones get on the other side. Still dealing a lot of damage here. Another Zealot pops out, though, and the burning gateway will be fine. In the meantime, some more lings were hatched, and he did end up dealing with those Zealots on his hatchery, so pretty well done from Killer. But look at the worker count. 19 probes against 10 drones. You can see the type of pressure that a gateway expansion can put on these hatchery first Zerg players, right? Like, he's just hasn't been able to make that many drones. Now, he does pop 5, 6 drones out. He's droning heavily now that he has enough lings out, that he's killed off the 2 Zealots near his base. But there is going to be another move out from Free. You know, he's not just going to sit there. He actually starts to move now. Ooh, blocks pretty darn well. Some more Zerglings do get in, and the speed upgrade is on the way. It's only 3, and they've taken some damage, so I think Free is all right. Now, he's moving across the map with his Zealots. They're kind of splitting up, which is definitely not what you want, or this one will get surrounded. Some bad AI there for a moment. Speed upgrade is done for Killer. Let's see what he can get done. Oh my god, already 3 probes falling. Speedlings in your base, one of the most frustrating things in all of StarCraft. Another probe goes down. A nice drill here, but they've already killed 4 probes. That is huge. And you can see instead of 28 against 20, that number is reversing. He's losing probes almost quicker than he can make them. Now look at this. Oh my god, a lot of lings being made and sent up the side of the map. The probe actually sees them as it comes through. So that's a pretty big catch. He can seal up his wall tight at that point. And no, it might not be time to move out quite yet. Still hear a little bit of battling. Looks like this Zealot finally cleans up the last of them. And Citadel on the way. We don't see any starport. So this game has gotten kind of crazy. We don't have a layer. So no Spire coming. Great call from Free there to skip any Corsairs. Doesn't need them. Another macro hatch coming. So we're going up to 5 hatchery play. No Hydralisk Den. Just lings for Killer. And it is a lot of lings. But +1 is on the way. And with that Citadel coming up, and as well as a lot more gates, I feel like Free is actually in a bit better position. But we'll see what the lings can get done. He's on the small bridge, so it's actually hard to get good surface area here for those Zerglings. But the Zerglings are going to try to break through, and they are, in fact, going to kill off that gateway. They're going after the cannon now. This could be trouble. They get the cannon. So many lings running in right now. Now it's just up to Zealots and probes to try to hold these 2 Zealots on the bridge. They held a long time like the 300, but they end up falling, unfortunately. And all these lings coming forward now, getting on top of the wall. A couple cannons being morphed in. But is that going to be enough? Is it going to be quickly enough? Gateway taking a ton of damage, as is the Forge. He's waiting with this little flank of Zerglings to get in if anything comes out too far. Preventing +1 from finishing would be huge from Killer, and he does it. +1 will not, in fact, finish here. No more cannons as well. It looks like... How many are going to get in? 3 lings, but pretty low on health. The game is not over, but the lings are definitely scary. 3 lings in the main. More lings being rallied up. Let's see, is he still producing? Has a Hydralisk Den now. Even making a Spire, so kind of finishing up his tech. It's 27 drones to 30 probes. So that's actually, I mean, he did some serious damage with these lings so far. No question there. You see his rally points a little bit too far up. The drones joining the lings up there as he's trying to refill his economy. You know, I think the most painful thing here is that +1 attack was canceled for free, right? He's remaking the Forge, and Zealot legs just finished, right? So he's got these speed Zealots, but they aren't going to 2-shot lings because he didn't get that very crucial +1 attack upgrade. Now the lings following him down. Let's see what this battle is going to look like. I don't think Free's going to get much done with the Zealots. Maybe he just runs them around and tries to force units, force static D out of Killer. But I think that's about all that he can do, right? Okay, he's going to run by the Sunken. Oh my god. Oh, he gets stuck on those eggs for a second. The drones try to block as well. Gets into the main base with most of them. The drones did their job for sure, helping to kill off 2 of those very, very quickly. The rest of them going after the drones in the main base. Sees that Spire finishing as well. Definitely an important thing to see. Tries to right-click on the Spire. That's not going to work, unfortunately. Has to start running away. Drones popping out, so he sees at least Muta's not yet. So yeah, those Zealots just didn't do quite what Free was looking for here. You know, if he had +1, more of a chance to really get some damage done. As is, this is a tough situation. He goes double Forge. He has the Templar Archives. Okay, I like the idea. But the Mutalisks that are going to be hatching are going to make this very tough on Free. Yeah, see, we have a good amount of Mutas popping out. 5 right now, so he can one-shot probes. Cannon being made here, cannon. Second pylon. Okay, second cannon here. I'd like to see a second cannon here, honestly. Like, maybe he can pop out an Archon to help? But this is... It's going to be annoying to be fighting against these without any Corsairs. Okay. Oh, no. Loses a High Templar immediately. Probably will make an Archon? No? Okay, he's gonna try not to make an Archon here. But this is where you see the real damage coming out. Right? The probe count, it was pretty healthy. And now it's getting reduced quite a bit, down to 41. This Mutalisk harassment not going to end anytime soon, I think. It's going to keep flying around. A few goons popping out. Look at this. Can go after a High Templar. Those Templar, man, they are just so crucial. Looks like Killer just kind of cleaning up anything on the map that comes his way. Muta's going to fly out for now. Dragoon range is coming. 1-1 upgrades are coming. Psystorm is coming. So looks like Free is going to field a mostly Dragoon High Templar army. Of course, he's going to start peaking in minerals because those both are gas units. So we should see Zealots added in as well. Now, the 4th base being taken by Killer, I think it's crucial that Free does something about this. Whether he tries to hit this base, or this base, like he can't let Killer go to 4 base against 2. You can kind of fight 3 base against 2. But, I mean, once Zerg gets up to 4 base, like, they're just going to have infinity units compared to you. So definitely an important thing for him to look out for. +1 attack is done. Free has a big amount of minerals, like we mentioned, right? He's making a lot of Dragoons and High Templars. He doesn't have that many gates. Like 6 gates only. If you have 6 gates, you just naturally get enough money for that Nexus while still producing. But yeah, once you get up to about 8, that's where it's like, yeah, I'm not making a 3rd Nexus. At least not for a while. Now, a lot of Hydras coming. These Dragoons obviously cannot hold on right now. Oh my god, the flank. The flank is insane. He's probably going to have to cancel that 3rd base. Bringing out his Zealots now. Let's see, is Killer going to jump on that 3rd base and force that cancel? Yep, does do so. Free immediately cancels. I think he was hoping that Killer would chase him down here and take a bad fight. Unfortunately, was not meant to be. Killer too smart for that. Gets his damage in and gets out of there. Look at this. More drones than probes right now. More supply overall, so his army is larger also. Very dominant game here from Killer right now. But Free has some of his own ideas on how to come back from this, right? He's adding a couple more gates. He realizes he needs a bigger army, and he does have 2-2 coming. So 2-2 would be pretty amazing. He'll be playing against 1-1 and +0 on Zerglings. So... yeah, I mean, that's obviously huge. But is he going to be able to take the fights? Because the macro that's going to be coming out of Killer here is going to be insane. He has a lot of hatcheries, and it's going to get bigger than that as well. See, he's starting to throw down a lot of static D. We're starting to see lurkers burrowed all over the place. In the meantime, Killer just trying to slow everything. Brings his mutas and lings back towards this 3rd base. He knows that definitely Free wants to take the 3rd. And just slows that down while he continues to macro. Look at this, 39 probes to 53 drones. I feel like Free's window of opportunity is closing. I think he needs to hit exactly as +2 attack is finishing. I don't think he can even wait for +2 armor. Like, he needs to move out now. There is, like, he's got a bigger army at the moment, and there's a lot of locations that are being defended, so he might be able to find the weakest one and do something, but he can't wait any longer. Like, it's getting worse and worse and worse. Look at this. He's trying to sneak a probe over here. Lings are there. Catch him immediately. There's not a lot of recovery room here for Free if he does not get some damage done to Killer. Now, Lurkers being spread at one of these entry points. The other one, of course, here and here. This one has a lot of static D. I'm not sure if he wants to go in 3 Lurkers. Well, looks like he wants to, but the Lurkers just taking off those Zealot shields so quickly. I'm sorry, a little bit too much zoom in there. And it's still 3 Lurkers here, some sunks, but he's attacking from the high ground, so that's pretty darn strong. The Scourge try to get the observers, but they pull back out of range. Free trying to bust here. Storms on top of some of those Zerglings. Let's see what other storms he can get off. Another one on top of Zerglings, as well as the Scourge, keeping those observers alive by getting rid of the Scourge. A nice move indeed, but more Lurkers and Lings coming right now. We do have a large group in the middle stopping reinforcements for free. Unfortunately, he does need more units to finish this off. I don't think he can break this with just what he has here. Another good storm goes down, but Ling Lurker continuing to get forward. A flank coming with that little group that stopped the reinforcements. The Mutas and Lings getting on top of everything. Storms go down, and Free's army going to be clean. Does no damage to the economy of Killer. Honestly, like, yeah, I guess he kills some units, some of the static D, but when you're trading your army for that against 4 base when you're on 2, you are not long for this world. Free, I think, is very close to defeated. How do you do another attack of that strength? I don't think that you do. He's sending down some Zealots. He does have 2/2 now. I mean, that's good. But we have Hive Tech now for Killer. He's getting Adrenal. Right? Like, he's getting more upgrades. He's getting +1 melee. He's getting +2 carapace, +3 ranged attack. So, I mean, the odds of you holding on as that Adrenal upgrade finishes, as he switches over into, like, 7 hatchery Lurker Ling, it's like 0 when you're on 2 bases like this. His tech isn't even that high. He's barely mining, as you can see. Yeah, this has to be Free's last attempt to get something done here. Comes over the small bridge. Has a few Lurkers in here, but gets on top of them pretty quickly. Beautiful block right there. Gonna run in, a Psystorm down on those Lurkers. It hits his Zealots as well. Trying to take the fight as best as he can. But I think this is going to be just about GG, as Free has nothing left, and his entire army going to be flanked and destroyed. Adrenal about to finish. The Defiler Mound even going to finish here. Free without a third base to speak of. And I think Killer, you know, I'm always saying he is an underrated player, and I think he showed that here. This was a very solid game of some Zergling aggression and following that up with a very, very solid macro into the end game. Great defense, great offense, great harassment from him, and Free unable to hold on. GG.